All right, so we're diving into Evil Plans, this book by Hugh MacLeod.
Yeah.
And it's all about, like ditching the corporate ladder and like forging your own path,
Right.
how to find that, I guess, career satisfaction and really make a real impact, but, on your own terms.
Yeah. I mean, MacLeod, he doesn't mess around,
Right.
right? Like he kicks things off
Yeah.
with this idea of the hunger,
Oh, yeah.
which he says is like the driving force behind any like truly meaningful work.
Yeah, I love that. It's not just about, wanting a promotion or like a bigger paycheck.
Well, it's not just the money.
Yeah, yeah. It's this like deeper, almost primal urge to create something awesome
Right.
and like leave your mark on the world.
Totally. And he actually says it will cost you your life.
Wow.
And there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
Whoa.
It's like this all-consuming source that takes everything you've got,
Yeah,
but it gives back in equal measure.
I love that. So how does this like hunger, how does it play out in our everyday like work lives?
Well, for MacLeod, it means, understanding that pursuing your dream,
Yeah.
your own evil plan, requires serious dedication.
Right.
You're not just clocking in and out, right?
Yeah.
It's about being all in, embracing the sacrifices that come with it.
Oh, for sure. But the payoff is like huge, right?
Yeah.
It's this freedom to create something you like truly believe in
Yeah.
without being held back by those, usual limitations.
Exactly. And that leads us to another big idea from MacLeod, the importance of belief.
Oh, yeah.
He says, the market for something to believe in is infinite.
Okay, so how does belief like actually translate into a successful career?
Right.
Shouldn't a great product like speak for itself?
You would think.
Yeah.
But MacLeod, he argues that it's not just about the product anymore, right?
Right.
Like people crave something more,
Okay.
something
Okay.
to connect with on a deeper level.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like think about the brands you love, the ones you'd actually recommend to a friend.
Oh, for sure.
It's usually because they stand for something you believe in.
So it's less about like features and benefits
It's not a laundry.
and more about like tapping into those shared values,
Yeah.
aspirations that
Right.
people really care about.
It's about communicating conviction, passion,
Oh, yeah.
showing people why your work matters.
Right. Okay.
And this is where the global micro brand comes in.
Oh, yes. The small brand with global reach.
Yeah.
I love this.
It's like MacLeod himself, right?
Yeah.
Living out in the West Texas desert,
Yeah.
but still reaching people all over the world with his work.
So we don't need like a fancy office or a huge team to make an impact.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Take Thomas Mahan, for example.
Okay.
He's this Savile Row tailor
Okay.
who used a blog to build a globally successful business.
Wait, a blog about suits?
Yes, but it wasn't just about selling suits, right?
Oh, okay.
Mahan shared his passion for the craft, the history, the whole community of Savile Row tailoring.
Oh, wow.
He was totally transparent,
Yeah.
authentic, and laser focused on quality.
So it's more than just having a great product or service.
So more.
It's about the story behind it, the passion,
Yes.
and the genuine connection you build with people.
Exactly. That authenticity is key.
Yeah.
Now, think about your own skills and stories.
Yeah.
What makes you unique?
Mm.
What's that white pebble that sets you apart?
Yeah, MacLeod really emphasizes that we all have this like unique white pebble, right?
We
The
do.
person that only like we can truly see.
Right.
It's about like embracing that authentic self and figuring out how to offer those unique gifts to the world.
Yes.
But how do we actually make that happen?
Well, MacLeod has this mantra, make art every day.
Love it.
It's about consistent action,
Yeah.
putting your work out there
Okay.
and not getting stuck in the endless planning phase.
So we shouldn't wait for the perfect moment
Don't wait.
or until we have all the answers.
No, just get started.
Okay.
MacLeod himself, he drew cartoons every single day,
Wow.
even when they weren't great.
Right.
But it was that consistent practice
Yeah.
that helped him develop his skills and ultimately find success.
Oh, that's great. It's like learning to ride a bike.
Right.
You're going to fall a few times, but you keep getting back
Good
on.
for going.
And eventually, you're cruising. Right.
Exactly. What matters is showing up,
Yeah.
putting in the work,
Okay.
and embracing the learning process.
Love it. Now, this also ties into another interesting observation MacLeod makes about the overextended class.
Oh, yeah.
You mean those folks who are juggling like a million projects and passions?
Yes, and Chris Anderson, the former editor of Wired, actually said,
Yeah.
these are exciting days.
Wow.
And if ever there was a time to be overextended, this is it.
That resonates with me.
Yeah.
I think, so many of us feel this like pressure to specialize and stick to like just one thing, but the world's changing, right?
It's changing.
There are so many like possibilities.
Yeah.
And it seems like the key is to be like adaptable
The adaptive.
and embrace those like diverse interests and opportunities.
Yeah, it's about finding ways to thrive in a world of multiple possibilities.
Yeah.
Just like those crofters.
Oh.
The traditional Scottish farmers who had to like diversify their skills to survive.
Wow.
They were masters at combining their passions and expertise
Yeah.
to make things work.
Okay, so we've got this hunger driving us.
The hungry.
We're figuring out what we believe in.
Yes.
We're embracing our white pebble
That's right.
and taking action.
Yeah.
What else can we like learn from MacLeod?
Well, he tells this really interesting anecdote about a friend of his,
Okay.
a film director,
Oh, okay.
who made up this whole elaborate story about shooting personalized adult films.
Wait, what?
Yeah, just to get his foot in the door.
So he like lied his way into the film industry.
Well, MacLeod isn't advocating for dishonesty, of course.
Right.
But what's important here is the power of narrative.
Oh, okay.
A director, he understood that people connect with stories.
So it's not just about having like a great idea or product, right?
That's just the idea.
It's about how you present it,
Yes.
how you frame it
That's right.
in a way that captures people's attention
Yes.
and makes them want to like learn more.
It's called filling in the narrative gaps.
Oh, okay.
Think about it. People are constantly searching for meaning and connection.
Yeah, that's true.
When you offer them a story that resonates with their own experiences and dreams,
Yeah.
it creates this powerful bond.
So how can we apply this narrative gap idea to our own work,
Right.
even if we're, not in the film industry?
Does that have to be film?
Yeah,
Think about the story you're telling about yourself and your work.
right.
Is it compelling?
Okay.
Does it resonate with your ideal audience?
Hmm.
Are you giving them something to connect with on a deeper level?
That makes a lot of sense. It's about like crafting a narrative that not only like explains what you do,
Right.
but also why it matters and why people should care.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered like a lot of ground here.
We have.
What are some like key takeaways so far?
Well, first, it's important to, acknowledge and embrace that hunger,
Yeah.
that drive to create and make a difference.
And don't forget to tap into what you like truly believe in.
don't forget that.
It's not just about, selling something. It's
Right.
about like connecting with people on a deeper level.
Right. And remember, you don't need a fancy office or a huge team
Yeah, we talked about that.
to make a global impact.
Yeah.
The internet has leveled the playing field.
And don't forget the power of a good story.
Yes. This
It's,
is true.
it's not just about what you do, it's
Right.
about how you tell your story
Yeah.
and make people connect with it.
MacLeod also gives us a ton of actionable advice,
Yeah.
like keeping things simple,
Okay.
avoiding corporate jargon, and embracing those random acts of traction
Oh, I love that.
that can, propel your work forward.
Okay.
But we'll dive into those in more detail later.
Awesome. So we've planted the seeds for some serious evil plans here.
We have.
Let's take a quick break and come back to explore even more of MacLeod's insights in part 2.
MacLeod is refreshingly honest about the challenges you'll face when you choose to go your own way.
Oh, yeah.
He says the bad news is the better your evil plan, the more people are going to hate it.
Oh, man. Yeah, I felt that.
Right.
When you put yourself out there, you're bound to get like some negative feedback.
Yeah.
It can be kind of intimidating,
But
honestly.
here's the thing. He also says the good news is the better your evil plan, the more people are going to love it.
Yeah.
So, there's this flip side to it.
So the more like unique and daring your idea is,
Yeah.
the more likely you are to like polarize people.
Exactly. When you break away from the norm and do something truly remarkable,
Yeah.
you're going to attract both passionate supporters and fierce critics.
He even compares this to a line from Flaubert's Madame Bovary,
Right.
where a character offended no more than he pleased.
Right.
It's like being so bland, you don't make any impact at all.
And MacLeod argues that this kind of mediocrity leads to being forgotten.
Oh, wow.
Think about it.
Yeah.
How many brands or products are there that just blend into the background?
So many.
You don't love them. You don't hate them. You just,
Yeah.
kind of forget they exist.
That's a scary thought.
Yeah?
So he's challenging us to create something that really stands out.
Yeah,
Something that evokes strong feelings,
What do you-
even if those feelings aren't always positive.
Yes. He's saying that if you're not, like, ruffling some feathers,
Yeah.
you might not be pushing the boundaries enough.
But how do we deal with those, like, haters and trolls, especially online?
Yeah, it's tough.
It can be, like, so discouraging.
MacLeod acknowledges that dealing with negativity can be tough.
Yeah.
But he points out that it can actually be a sign that you're on the right track.
Oh, interesting.
Right. Because if everyone's happy with what you're doing,
Yeah.
you're probably not, like, challenging the status quo enough.
You're not pushing hard enough.
Exactly. It's about focusing on the people who genuinely connect with your work
Yeah.
and not letting the negativity, like, derail you.
One thing I really appreciate about MacLeod is that he doesn't, like, sugarcoat the realities of being an entrepreneur.
No, he doesn't.
He talks about the financial instability,
Oh, yeah.
the long hours,
Yeah.
the constant pressure to deliver.
He even uses the analogy of sleeping rough,
Oh, wow.
inspired by this young Irish band he met
Okay.
who were willing to, like, endure anything
Wow.
to pursue their musical dreams.
It's about that level of commitment.
That's right. Commitment and sacrifice.
And he emphasizes that fortune rarely favors those with a sense of entitlement. So it's not about, expecting things to be handed to you.
Yeah, put in the work.
It's about putting in the hard work and being willing to, like, hustle.
Absolutely. He also talks about the importance of finding your moment.
Oh, yeah.
Those pivotal experiences that, like, shape your values and define who you want to be.
Like a defining moment that clarifies your, like, purpose.
Exactly. He tells the story about his own moment
Okay.
where he decided to take responsibility for a mistake made by a young barmaid, even though it cost him money.
Wow.
It was about doing the right thing,
Right.
even when it was difficult.
It sounds like these moments are often about, like, facing challenges and making tough choices.
Tough choices.
It's about having the courage to, like, act with integrity.
Right.
So have you had any moments like that in your own life? Times where you had to, like, make a tough call and it really, like, shaped who you are?
Thinking back,
Yeah.
there have definitely been a few times where I had to stand up for what I believed in,
Yeah.
even when it was uncomfortable, yeah.
Yeah, those experiences really help you figure out what you're truly, like, passionate about.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Those moments can be real turning points.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, going back to MacLeod, another key concept he talks about is owning the conversation in your field.
Oh, interesting.
It's not just about, like, doing the work.
Right.
It's about getting it seen and heard by the right people.
So how do we actually own the conversation?
Right.
It seems like there's so much noise out there, especially online.
MacLeod suggests identifying the 20 most influential people in your industry.
Oh, okay.
He calls it the 20,
Right.
and focusing on getting your work in front of them.
But these influencers don't necessarily have to be, like, big-name celebrities.
No, not at all. They could be bloggers, thought leaders,
Mm.
or anyone who has, like, a significant influence in your niche.
Okay.
It's about building relationships with these people, understanding their perspectives,
Yeah.
and contributing to the conversation
Yeah.
in a meaningful way.
That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to, like, shout over everyone,
Yeah.
it's more strategic to figure out who the key players are
Yeah.
and find a way to, like, connect with them.
Exactly.
Now, remember all that corporate jargon we talked about earlier?
Yeah.
MacLeod calls it dinosaur speak.
Yeah.
And he's a huge advocate for avoiding it at all costs.
It's so refreshing.
Right.
He encourages us to, like, speak in our own voice,
Be yourself.
to be clear and concise, and just be, like, genuine.
In our communication. And he reminds us that even if things don't go according to plan,
Yeah.
good news, you don't die.
Oh, I love that.
Meaning that even if your evil plan, like, fails,
Yeah.
you can always adapt.
Right.
Learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward.
So it's about being, like, resilient.
Yeah,
And
resilient.
embracing the, like, ups and downs of the journey.
The ups and downs.
Not letting, setbacks define you.
He even suggests that sometimes paranoia is just having all the facts.
Oh, interesting.
Right. It's easy to get caught up in overanalyzing everything
Yeah.
and trying to predict every possible outcome, but it can be paralyzing.
Oh, it's about finding that balance.
Right.
Between being informed and, like, taking action.
Take action.
Not letting fear hold us back.
Now, here's a concept I found really interesting.
Okay.
The Tao of undersupply.
Hmm.
So many people worry about, like, competition and oversaturation.
Right.
But MacLeod says mediocrity has had its day. That day is so over.
It's like he's giving us permission to aim higher and
Yeah.
create something truly like exceptional.
Exactly. He gives the example of this tiny meat market
Okay.
in a small Texas town that sells over 1,000 pounds of meat every single day.
Wow. What's their secret?
It's simple,
Okay.
world-class quality, and a focus on doing one thing exceptionally well.
So they found their niche
They found their niche.
and they're like killing it.
That's right.
It's proof that you don't need like a complicated business plan or, fancy marketing to succeed.
Right.
Sometimes it's about like mastering the fundamentals.
Yeah, master the
And
fundamental.
delivering like consistent value.
And on that note,
Okay.
MacLeod warns us about becoming middle seat guy.
Oh, yeah.
That person who's so focused on selling what people don't want
Yeah.
that they miss out on the real opportunity.
Oh, yeah, like those airlines trying to like cram in as many middle seats as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though like no one wants them.
It's a great analogy.
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
about understanding what your audience truly values
Right.
and finding ways to meet their needs in a way that's like delightful and meaningful.
Okay, so we need to avoid dinosaur speak,
Dinosaur speak.
embrace the Tao of undersupply,
Tao of undersupply.
and steer clear of becoming middle seat guy.
Middle seat guy, that's right.
What else can we like learn from MacLeod?
Well, this next concept might be a bit of a head scratcher. Cheap, easy, global media. The revolution is already here, and it's permanent.
He's talking about the internet, right?
He's talking about the internet.
And how it's like totally changed the game.
Totally changed the game.
Okay, and then there's this whole idea of expressive capital.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, this one was a little hard for me to like grasp at first.
A bit of a mouthful.
Yeah.
But basically, it means creating work
Okay.
that helps people connect with their own values and aspirations.
So it's not just about like the functional benefits of your product or service.
No, not just functional.
It's about how it makes people like feel
Yes, how it makes them feel.
and what it allows them to like express about themselves.
Think about those techies
Mm-hmm.
who are passionate about,
Yeah.
a specific type of computer or software.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just about the specs.
Right.
It's about, like, identity.
So if I'm understanding this correctly,
Yeah.
expressive capital is about going beyond the like transactional
Beyond the transactional.
and creating something that helps people connect with something like deeper within themselves.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
It's about tapping into that human need for meaning and connection,
Yeah.
especially in a world that can often feel, like, superficial.
Now, this last one from MacLeod is pretty bold.
Yeah.
The creative life is no longer one of many economic options. It's now the only option. Do you really think that's true?
It's definitely a provocative statement,
Yeah.
but I think it reflects this shift we're seeing
Yeah.
where traditional models of work are, evolving.
Right.
And those who can embrace creativity and innovation
Yeah.
are the ones who are, like, thriving.
So he's saying that to truly like succeed in today's world, we
Yeah.
need to tap into our creative potential
That's right.
and find work that like aligns with our passions and values.
Yes. It's about forging your own path,
Yeah.
even if it means breaking away from those, conventional expectations.
Wow. There's a lot to unpack here.
We've covered so much ground.
What are some of the key takeaways from this part of the book?
Well, first, remember that the more unique and daring your work is,
Yeah.
the more likely you are to attract both strong support and strong criticism.
Okay.
Don't let the negativity hold you back.
And don't expect success to be handed to you.
No.
Be willing to put in the work and embrace those sleeping rough moments.
Exactly. Sleeping rough moments.
And don't be afraid to be like
Right.
authentic.
In your communication.
Yeah, ditch the corporate jargon and let your like personality shine through.
Let it shine.
And remember, even if your initial plan doesn't work out,
Yeah.
good news, you don't die.
You don't die.
You can always like
a
adapt and
lesson.
learn from your mistakes.
MacLeod also encourages us to embrace
Yeah,
the Tao of undersupply,
right.
to focus on creating something truly exceptional,
Okay.
and to avoid becoming middle seat guy
Little seat guy, right.
by
Okay.
focusing on what your audience truly values.
This has been an incredible deep dive so far.
Exactly.
And we've still got more to explore.
Yeah, we do.
Stay tuned for part 3, where we'll uncover even more wisdom from evil plans
That's right.
and discuss how to apply these concepts to your own life. Okay, so we're back for like the final part of our deep dive into evil plans.
Evil plans.
We've like covered so much ground already, from embracing the hunger
So much.
to crafting compelling narratives and, avoiding dinosaur speak.
Dinosaur speed, right.
But MacLeod has like even more wisdom to share.
He does.
So let's jump right back in.
One of the things he really emphasizes is the importance of consistency.
Okay.
He quotes a successful young artist who said, "Success demanded one thing above all others: turning up. Turning up every bloody day,
Right.
regardless of everything."
Oh, I love that.
Right.
That really like hits home for me. It's
Yeah.
so easy to get like caught up in, distractions
Yeah.
and like letting things slide.
Yeah, let things slide.
But showing up consistently, even when you don't like feel like it, is crucial.
Absolutely. It's about showing up, mentally and emotionally too.
Yeah.
Not just physically, right?
Right, right.
Bringing your best self to the table every single day.
Yeah, I love that.
Now, MacLeod also talks about the importance of living in the market, not in the spreadsheet.
Okay, what does he like mean by that?
Well, he tells this story about Howard Schultz, the founder of Starbucks.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when coffee prices skyrocketed a while back?
Yeah.
Well, the accountants, they told Schultz that he should, switch to cheaper coffee beans to
Okay.
maintain profitability.
To cut costs.
But Schultz, he decided to raise prices instead
Oh, wow.
and just be upfront with his customers about the situation.
That's a risky move.
Yeah, would have been easier to, cut corners and hope no one noticed.
Right, right.
But Schultz, he trusted his gut and prioritized quality over, short-term profits.
Yeah.
He was transparent with his customers, and they respected that. They understood the situation and stayed loyal.
So it's about remembering that like business isn't just about, crunching numbers.
It's not just about the number.
It's about building genuine relationships with your customers
Absolutely.
and making decisions that like align with your values.
Yeah, make decisions you can be proud of.
Okay, here's another gem from MacLeod. I love this one. Take the cream off the top, leave the rest behind.
It's so good, right?
I love that. So it's about focusing on the parts of your work that you like truly enjoy.
Yeah, the things you love.
And are really like good at,
Things you're good at.
and letting go of the rest.
He learned this from his friend Jerry Collina,
Okay.
who is a venture capitalist turned business coach.
Interesting.
And it's about being, strategic with your time and energy.
Yeah.
And building a business or career that, brings you joy.
So like delegate those tasks that you dread and double down on what you love.
That's it. Exactly.
What else can we learn from MacLeod about like creating a fulfilling work life?
Well, he talks about not letting, fear or a lack of knowledge hold you back.
Right.
He says, don't worry if you don't know absolutely everything before starting out.
I mean, that's reassuring, right?
Yeah, I think we often feel like we need to have all the answers
Right.
before we can, take the leap. But maybe that's not always true.
Yeah, you don't have to have it all figured out.
Right. And sometimes having too much insider knowledge can actually be a disadvantage.
Really?
Yeah, it can lead to playing it safe.
Oh, okay.
Being afraid to, challenge the status quo.
Right, right.
MacLeod points to Google founders Sergey Brin and Larry Page
Oh, yeah.
as an example.
They knew very little about the advertising industry when they
Yeah.
started Google. I remember reading that.
And look at them now.
And look at them now, yeah.
Their lack of insider knowledge allowed them to see things with fresh eyes
Right.
and come up with, truly innovative solutions.
So sometimes naivete can actually be an asset.
It can be.
It allows you to think outside the box
Think outside the box.
and approach things from a different perspective.
And MacLeod even shares his own experience starting his art print
Yeah.
business, right?
Yeah.
He didn't wait for approval from the art world elite.
Right.
He just put his work out there
Yeah.
and built the business, organically.
So it's about taking action, learning as you go,
Learning as you go.
and not getting stuck in that perfectionist mindset.
Don't get stuck.
Don't let the fear of failure, paralyze you.
Now, here's a final, really thought-provoking idea from Evil Plans.
Okay.
MacLeod believes that you are given a gift by the Creator, God, the universe, or whatever. Until you have returned the favor, life will have a certain feckless emptiness to it.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
So it's about more than just, achieving success for ourselves.
More than just ourselves.
It's about using our like talents and gifts to make a positive impact
On the world.
on the world.
He
Yeah.
challenges us to ask ourselves, what is the gift that I want to give to the world?
Mm.
What is the unique contribution that I can make?
It's about figuring out that thing that like lights us up,
Yeah. Yeah.
that makes us feel like truly alive,
Truly alive.
and then sharing it with others.
That's it.
And recognizing that we all have like something valuable to offer.
We do.
We're not just here to,
Yeah.
consume.
But we're here to create.
We're here to like
to contribute and to make the world, a little bit brighter.
Well, folks, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into Evil Plans by Hugh MacLeod.
It's been a good one.
We've explored so much ground together, from embracing the hunger to crafting compelling narratives and finding your moment.
Your moment. Yeah.
We've delved into the importance of, authenticity, consistency, and taking action, even when you don't have all the answers.
It's even when you don't know everything.
And we've learned that success isn't just about, achieving our own goal.
No, it's bigger than that.
It's about using our unique gifts to make a positive impact on the world.
That's right.
So hopefully this deep dive has sparked some ideas for your own evil plan.
Cool.
Some plan for how you can create more fulfilling and meaningful life.
A better life, yeah.
Remember, the world needs your unique voice,
Your voice.
your creativity, and your passion.
That's right.
So go out there, embrace your hunger, and make some art.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep creating, and keep diving deep.